Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
Yay! Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Bookii. Of course, I'm your host as usual, riding the airwaves from now till 3 p.m. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today because a lot has been happening in the tech space and I've not really had time to catch up with you guys. How are you doing? How you day? Baoli, Kedu, Yayaiki. I'm just giving you guys all the how are you in the three major languages in Nigeria. Yes, I'm kind of a Wazobia person. I stand for everybody and for nobody. Yes, welcome to Cruise Control. This is Africa Tech Radio and my name is Bookii. Like I said, riding these airwaves, we're going to be talking about everything happening in the tech ecosystem. I mean, we are reporting all the advancements, innovation, invention, anything going on. We just bring it to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and of course 365 days. We do this all year round, all day, every day. And of course, there's magic in the air when we talk about technology. I mean, most things happen in the air. Your internet, of course, in the air. Hey, techies, and those people interested in tech news, or you just kind of clicked on it because you want to check out what Bookii is all about today. Welcome to this side of the tech space where we are reporting technologies advancements in Africa, one broadcast at a time. But before I jump into the reporting section, I'm going to talk about an event that happened last week, the last week of April. Yes, it happened from the 25th to 28th of April, and we have all of the teas around what went down in Kenya last week. So people gathered around from all over the world at the East Africa Com event. There were founders, IT front runners, people interested in the cloud service, founders, investors, and all of those amazing people just to talk about the future of technology and of course uniting the tech and telecom ecosystem to drive digital inclusion across East Africa. So they talked about all of this amazing stuff, how to unite the tech and telecom ecosystem, and we were there live. Ad representative from our side, Africa Tech Radio, was represented by my colleague Tony, and we have all of the snippets from the event. So go check it out on our social media page at Africa Tech Radio on Facebook and Twitter, and A Tech Radio on Instagram. Yes, moving on to the stories around what is happening in Africa. So a new report by the International Data Corporation says that the Middle East and Africa region will spend 30.3 billion on IT and business services in 2023. So this is a 5.0% increase from the 28.9 billion spent in 2022. So why is it that the margin is not so much? I will get to that. But first, there was a study that says the growth is due to its stable, robust oil producing economies. I mean, there's investments in big projects and events, and the growth of cloud service, of course, in this side of Africa, just in line with the event that happened last week. So I feel like these reports would have been something they handled. So just to find out about what's going on here, run over to our page, A Tech Radio on Instagram and Africa Tech Radio on Twitter, and of course Facebook. I'm sure this conversation will be one of the things that they'll talk about. So there was a report that says between 2023 and 2027, spending on managed services will grow at a compound annual rate of 7.6%, while spending on project-oriented services will grow at a rate of 5.7%. But it was also predicted that the growth could be slowed down by higher IT costs due to inflation, problems in the IT supply chain, and of course, a lack of skilled workers and pressure to cut IT costs. This statement or this research data that I'm checking is by cloud hyperscalers, and they are looking at the launch of in-country cloud services in the Middle East Africa region to allow organizations to use hybrid multi-cloud approach to use the cloud more and save more money. So they're just trying to mitigate and manage everything happening in the cloud and of course in the IT world. I feel like there should be more conversation around this. we're looking at expansion, and the IT space is really, everything comes down to them. Basically, you need their services. We now have the cloud service operating in about 4 to 6 major African countries. I know we have one here in Nigeria. We also have in South Africa. Is it in Kenya? I think so. They have also cloud operating there in Kenya. So moving on to the next story, I saw this article on crypto. Kenya charges cryptocurrency companies of 1.5% on tax. But before that, the question is, what happens to your crypto when you die? I know a lot of people, I don't know, last week I was talking about this. My spirit has just been drawing me towards the crypto world. I've not been investing or trading yet, but for some reason I keep seeing the news whenever I'm trying to research for my show. And this is like something I've been thinking about, like what happens to people who are investors, traders, who have like a good amount of cryptocurrency that could actually save their family when they are gone. What happens? How do they inherit these things? I feel like these are the conversations that we should start looking at, because all these investments you're doing, no one can tell what tomorrow is going to be. I mean, last month we lost a major founder in the tech space, and I'm just thinking all of this was gone. He was assassinated. So he didn't plan to die. He wasn't sick of terminal diseases or illness. It just happened that some people could not bear seeing him in the world and decided to take him out. So imagine if he had a lot of cryptocurrency on the blockchain and his family cannot inherit that. Just picture it. So what are the things that people are doing around this whole cryptocurrency inheritance? Because me, I would like to inherit something like this. So can you imagine? So what would the family, I mean members of family, friends, can they get rich from crypto when the trader pass away? I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, you're grieving, but you may also wonder what happens to their assets, what's really going on. And if they have left you any, the question would now be, how are you supposed to access them? I think I'll share this with my group and see how we can further take this conversation on with crypto traders and investors and people who are key players in the crypto industry. Yes. Now let's go over to Kenya. What's really happening with Kenya asking for 1.5% tax? So Kenya is looking to capitalize on the recent uptick in the value of Bitcoin. I mean, the most widely used cryptocurrency in the world right now, despite having been in a prolonged decline. I think they're in a very bearish season. I heard about that they're in a bearish season right now. So the optimism about earning so much, especially African traders, is quite slim, and Kenya is not all about that. They want their money. I mean, Kenya just put out new rules that says cryptocurrency platforms must pay 1.5% tax on the commission they get from more than 4 million people in the country who trade in digital currency. They don't send your father. That's what they're saying. Pay us our money. I mean, 4 million people from our side trading with you. I know you're generating money. Don't tell us about that bearish or bullish thing. Just pay me my 1.5% tax. That's what they are asking for. And since there are a few rules about cryptocurrency in Kenya, it's hard to figure out how much digital assets held by the most tech-savvy people are worth, but it could be billions of shillings. Yeah. So they know these things, and these government officials right now are they now have some of their personal assistants, some people working really close to them that are really young, and they know so much about these things. So they kind of take the knowledge of it and just throw out rules and regulation, framework, policies, all of that stuff. Everybody just want to make money. I mean, it's easy to buy and sell cryptocurrency and other digital assets which must pay tax according to the new rules. Bitcoin, data, picture, videos, and written text are all digital assets. So if you're doing all of this, participating in it, or you're trading, you're selling NFTs, you will have to pay for your 1.5% to Kenya government pockets. Understood? Yes. So of course, top boys actually roll and do things that happen at the top. And what's really happening at the top is the adoption of the Internet of Things, guys. Almost everybody right now, you want to know if you're a top boy, if you're a top guys. Everything has to be automated. If it's not automated, don't talk to me. If it's not automated, I can't comment. If it's not automated, I can't sit with you. The adoption of the Internet of Things technology is on the fast rise in Nigeria. And if you're looking at the global trends so far, you must have seen how IoT, which is the Internet of Things, how devices and services have been skyrocketing. So far, so good. They've been able to raise $128 billion. I say again, $128 billion. So what are the 5 areas though that they've been accumulating these funds from? When you talk about smart devices, you look at home automation. When you go to people's houses these days, the doors can actually be opened without anybody coming to attend to the door. If there is a knock, you just go and they'll tell you come in, and no one is opening the door for you. Or the gates. Yes, some people you can't cross their gates because they don't need a gate man. All they have to do is just press their remote and you can come in. And if they don't need you in the house, they will leave you at the door. Yeah, they'll stand you out at the door. And when we move over to industrial automation, look at the industrial process of how you can now pay for services. The efficiencies of things are now like very smooth, very fast paced, reduced costs, even improve safety in workplace. It has made this attractive for businesses. Now people are coming into the entrepreneurship spirit because things are now simplified. You have ways of actually sending your product to people from wherever they are in the world, and people can actually do business transaction with you without you traveling or moving to far areas or making a trip, all of that. And when you look at agriculture, so the Internet of Things have actually shaped the agriculture sector. They help in monitoring crop growth, soil quality, even the weather condition. There's now greenhouse planting system also, and of course equipment and machineries or tools that are being used on the farmlands. Farmers can make informed decisions now about when to plant, water and harvest their crops because there's monitoring of the weather condition and predicting what it's going to look like, which results in increase in yields and of course reduction in waste. You look at smart city like Lagos, Nigeria, you see how everything is busy over here. Is because we are now like a smart city and we provide more efficiency to businesses, to service operations and all of that stuff. And smart traffic, this one also, because Lagos is the major city for business and e-commerce and all of that stuff. So there's now this situation of high traffic happening in Lagos. There's no Lagos without traffic. It's like bread and butter situation. There's now ways they manage the system. The traffic lights can actually snap you when you're an offender. Even the road officials can actually take a picture of you, keep it on the record, and any day they cite that your car plate number, they will flag you down. You'll be like, but I'm a good citizen today. Yes, but you were not a good citizen some weeks ago, some days ago. That's because there's now monitoring system, and in more advanced city, you'll find out that there's camera everywhere. They can monitor situation of things in case there's a court situation about what happened on the road on so date and so time. They track it, and of course it just smacked traffic. I like that. And these are ways Internet of Things have been helping people. And of course the healthcare sector is being used to monitor patients remotely wherever they are in the world. They can have access to their doctor, physicians. They can also get their test results on time. The accuracy of their diagnosis also, because machines are now very optimized, highly optimized. They now have upgraded system of operation. So all of these things is all thanks to the Internet of Things. Patients can get their results in like real time, and health professionals also cannot complain about not having job, because now you can work for other people in other country. Remember back in the days, it used to be like brain drain system where they take all our medical experts out of the country and put them in the foreign lands. Right now, it's always like attractive to health professionals because they feel that they are more appreciated in that side of the world. But right now, you can still attend to your people in the country and work for people outside the world without having to leave your state, city, or country, which I think is really good. I mean, all thanks to the Internet of Things, Nigeria also have expanded in their earnings. They've reached 128 billion of spending so far. So the money is going around, guys. When you look at people indulging in the Internet of Things, have you ever like gone on a date? Even guys, I feel like you guys must have experienced it also, and you spend so much time with this person. I mean, as a babe, I'm going to bath up, from my clothing to my shoes to my hair to my face, everything slay. I mean, you now spray that expensive perfume or perfume, you do so that you know when you enter the place, everybody have to like turn and know it's you. And then you're seated with this person on a date and you're just gisting and trying to see if this is going to work, and this person just kind of is off, and you feel like, what have we been doing? I know. And some of the dates, you'll be like, I don't want this to end. I mean, that's the kind of feeling I'm giving you right now, right? Yeah, I can see you nodding or hear you saying like, yes, babe. Sorry, guys, I call myself babe. It's not one of the good things I do with myself, and I'm trying not to get carried away, but I'm just saying, if you spent your time with me on this particular show today, you definitely must have been having a great time with me. Bottom line, story stamp, period. Yes, one for the road. I'm going to be telling you about the best AI tools that you should run with this week, this month, till the end of the year. There will be upgrade and new stuff coming in, but for now, utilize all these tools to make life easy, and of course your work efficiency improves and your lifestyle in general. You have like peaceful mindset because technology is going to handle your business for you. Technology is going to take care of your stress and ease you of all those hard labor trying to make use of so many parts of your brain to do one thing when you can focus on other things and let technology just delegate to technology, basically what I'm saying. So these best AI tools are going to help you solve problems, create, take notes, edit. I mean, creators, get in here. And if you're like always writing proposals, creating meetings and all of that stuff, you know what I mean? You take notes and everything. Get in here. Let's talk about it. So ChatGPT was introduced to us last year, and of course it helps to solve anything. I mean, anything. Ask it any question and you get an answer. If you're stuck between writing a project, strategy, and of course coming up with ideation for what you're thinking, you and ChatGPT can get through all of this stuff one question at a time. They'll definitely provide you with options and alternatives that might be in line to what you're creating. And another one would be Bookii. They help to create reels for social media creators. This is very, very good one for you guys. It's an AI tool that will help you create fun reels, engaging reels that can get you good traction. And if you're making videos, you might want to use the AI tool called Kba. It helps create videos, so it shows you, like for me, I'm an editor. Aside talking on the microphone, I like to just chop cuts, click together and throw out the video. You want to check out my video page? Yeah, okay. It's at on Instagram. I am sincerely Bookii. Sincerely, and Bookii spelled out Bookii. Check me out. And of course on YouTube, same thing right there, Sincerely Bookii. But let's get back to business because I'm about running out. For you, if you're always a writer or you are a writer by profession, or you're an upcoming writer and you're still trying to navigate the waves and the path, you can use Copy AI. it's going to help you write anything. Give it a topic, give it a word. It will come up with things you can use. Don't use it to go and toast babe, okay? Don't use it to go and toast babe, because I've said it now. No, I've actually fallen your hand. If you're that kind of boring person that goes on a date and you let people waste their time, their outfits, their makeup, just use this one. It will tell you what to say basically. And of course, fireflies also help for note taking. And now let's move down to music, because of course, one for the road. You want to jump on the traffic situation right now, because it's almost time where everyone is getting ready to bounce out of their workspace, be on the road, and go to wherever fun place they find peace of mind. It could be your home, beer parlor, it could be at the bar, it could be just with your friends, hang out this particular evening. You can now listen to great music that is AI powered. That's you'd use the AI application, which is sounddraw.io. Yes, it's going to help you create music. So if you're a producer, I think this is also good for you. And if you're into creating avatars, this is for anime editors, digital animation creators. I mean, you can start using the Anime AI. Yes, that's what I have for you. The music already popping up at the back of my ear. So I'll be bouncing out of the studio. We'll be with you same time. And this is what we do at Africa Tech Radio, reporting technology advancement in Africa with one broadcast at a time. So tomorrow I'll be here to do it again, and on Thursday again, on Friday, because I love to talk to you guys about what's going on in the tech space, tech ecosystem, tech industry, and of course just have fun time with the techies.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.